don't know. All I know is what I see through my monocle. That and the telescope keep one lens on the money flow. The other's golden compliments, old trusty well. I'm rolling down hills in a suit through the mud. Burn my dress shoes in the fire with the wood. Sit back and relax with the fumes up. Everything I hate in the world. Play Mozart. My estate, keep the cars parked on the front lawn. Neighbors stay placed up tape underneath their tires.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Looking at Minnesota, they probably hoped they'd be in a little better shape after 10 games than where they actually are at 4-6. That's not quite what they had in mind coming into the year. And tonight, we'll see one of the quickest guards in the league, Jeff Teague. Kenny, what makes him so tough to defend?
He's elusive. You know, he can shoot the three, can get into the lane, create stuff. Handle is underrated. Stop on a dime shot. Shaq, I like him.
You know, has quick hands on the defensive end as well. He comes up with a lot of skills.
Or steals, too.
We've got a filled arena here in downtown Los Angeles. We've got the Minnesota, and with pregame routines coming.
Well, guys, Carl Anthony.
Outstanding, DA. Thank you. Kobe, a lot of teams now playing a more spread-out offensive style. You played with a spread four and Robert Horry and Lamar Odom. You also played with more of a twin tower feel on your roster. Which way would you lean when you think about those different styles?
That doesn't matter to me.
You like them all?
Yeah, it just depends on the personality you have.
Right.
And with the personality you have, you make the most out of it.
That puzzle you keep talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just, every puzzle's built differently.
Right.
Right? And you just try to do what you can with what you have. So it doesn't matter.
And you like that figuring out process.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Even though you're the same, you've got to kind of adapt now what's on your roster.
Yeah, you have to be able to adapt to the players that you have around you, you know, and understanding what they need. It's not what you need. It's what do they need. And as long as the leader of the team can make that shift, they'll be fine with whatever they have on their roster.
Great description. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. Robert Covington out there with Sharp. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Teague kicks to Towns. About a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's off the back rim, no good. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Washington. Takes the 3, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
There's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Teague against Ball. Teague kicks to Saric. Deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, the Machine.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's the Machine, defended by Covington. The Machine. The Lakers rebound. Plumlee, the basketball. Here's the Machine. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. In the NBA, because the players are so individually great and we all know about them, and the league pushes them in that direction. You know, you got the torch from Michael. You then gave it to LeBron. For that, you know, it was Dr. J and how I find that amazing how the torch is passed from one great player to another, yet each are so individual in their accomplishments. Did you like receiving it, and did you like passing it on?
Yeah, I love both. You know, the receiving and then passing it on, because it's the infinite cycle. It's an infinite loop, and the game just continues to evolve, and players continue to grow. And so I was happy to be a part of that chain after watching it for so many years growing up, from, you know, Magic and Larry, and then to Michael, and then myself and LeBron, and now whoever comes next. It's an infinite loop, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Drops in the tray.
Yeah, this looks a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Passes to Šarić. Back to Teague. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Teague's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lakers leading by 3. Pass to the Machine. Pass to Harris. Here's the Machine. Covered by Wiggins. No good from the Machine.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Šarić, that's good.
Really improving this part of his game. When Šarić is dialed in from deep, it helps so much.
Here's the Machine. He's got 12 to the inside. It's stolen by Šarić. Pushing it up. And here's Covington from the arc. Another shot. And Towns finishes inside. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Kobe, you're so decorated in every way individually and as a teammate with the 5 championships. Of all the things, the All-Star games, the All-Defense, all the individual things you've accomplished, what is the one thing you might cherish? And you may have alluded to it with the championships, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but at the end of the day, is that the one thing above everything else that you covet?
No, you know, the fact that I can look in the mirror and honestly say I gave everything to the game. Right?
That was obvious.
But that's the thing, right? You don't want to feel like you've left anything on the table. There's no stone left unturned. I gave everything to the game that I possibly could. That, to me, is the biggest accomplishment.
What a feeling.
Yeah.
And the level of concentration. It has to be demoralizing for the D, seeing him sink these hard shots.
LeBron against Šarić. He kicks it to Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks that one from the post.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
No good from the Machine.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation of Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Towns dishes to Šarić. Second shot opportunity, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
The raw muscle of Šarić. I mean, you got to tie him up or you risk getting torched.
Jones checked in for the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Lakers trail by 3. Here's the machine. 12 points for him. They double him with Wiggins. Down low. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Jones kicks to Towns. Back to Jones. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Towns missing. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. And as the focal point offensively, reading the defense, so critical to have that split-second reaction and trying to figure out where their defense is going in such a short time frame. It's amazing.
Well, that's part of the magic trick because it's already figured out, right, through film. So when I watch a game, I know what their coverages are, right? So I know
you could figure out what, because there's so many coverages. I mean, let's face it.
But you know, they all kind of do the same thing, right? So when you watch the game, you know, if I'm preparing for the Bulls or preparing for whoever, I can look and see what their defensive packages are because they can't just throw something new in there, right? Because they've been doing this defense since training camp.
Right.
Right, so you're generally going to see the same rotations. So now I can put guys on the floor and set up the pieces to take advantage of that rotation.
James, and he drops in the layup off the glass. James has got his second bucket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Wiggins against Harris. Wiggins kicks to Jones. Now the pass to Covington. A three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles has gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Fires from deep, and he trains the three. Good-looking shot there from the machine. And now a 4-point Laker lead. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Jones kicks to Towns. Back to Jones. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Jones has got his first points of the game.
The floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jefferson's checked in for Plumlee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Harris. And Satoransky subbed in for Ball. Here's the machine. He's got 15. Passes it to Hart. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. At Kobe, many people measure success in the NBA with the number of rings, not so much the stats. For Karl Malone and Steve Nash and guys of that ilk, you know, they're truly great players, but they never won a championship. How are these legacies measured, do you think, when all is said and done, when you take a look at the landscape of that topic?
Well, they're great players who just never won championships. I mean, it's that simple to me. They're just phenomenal players. And winning a championship is extremely difficult. You have to have so many things go right for you. And you have to be extremely fortunate to be with an organization and to have a GM that understands talent, understands the cap, understands how to build championship caliber teams. And Michael and myself were extremely fortunate, as was Larry, as was Magic. But at the same time, it becomes a player's responsibility to lead that core group of players to the title.
And the shot goes in. And the Lakers lead by 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Jones kicks to Scott. Puts it up from 15. Not going to go that time. And the Lakers going the other way now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Well, extremely accurate throughout the evening, I thought. The play call, they really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
Waba passes to Jang. Here's Jones. Misses the layup. Los Angeles leading by 6. Fires the 3. Kuzma can't get it to go. 1:51 left here in the opening quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Timberwolves. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for Minnesota, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
The talent's not there, Greg. Plain and simple. You can't fault their effort, but they just don't have the roster to compete with the big boys.
Hart, the pass to the machine. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. The machine's got 17.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Pass to Scott. They could use a bucket. He takes it up and lays it in.
He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Lakers. 6-point lead. Here's the machine. He's got 17. Poke loose. Minnesota again turning it over. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And this first game is always interesting. It's going to give us a sense of what the dynamic between these teams is going to be this season.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Here's the machine. Waba with the rebound.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Jones. Okogie. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's the more.
And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Carl Anthony.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the.
One step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets correct.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Gorgie Dang. Scott is out there with Jones. And it's Nwaba in at the 3 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The machine in the last game against the Wizards was tremendous. Just an incredible number of points and was on point from beyond the arc as well, making a lot of three-pointers. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night. He was unreal.
Roby, I know you made a habit of studying those players who came before you, watching tape. If you could give one example of a move or a shot that inspired you by watching footage and how you were able to implement it in your game.
Oscar Robinson's baseline fall away.
Which was, I think that's Kobe Bryant's baseline fall away.
Yeah, I mean, because he had great size, so he would use his body and put his body on smaller players, just take them down to the baseline, and then raise over top of them and shoot. And that's something I use quite a bit.
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
With great effect. With great effect.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
Jones drives in. A jump hook. And that one is good.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And they pick up 2. Kuzma's got his first points of the night.
Good at taking initiative inside. Once Kuzma is near the hoop, he's focused on scoring.
And stolen by Kuzma. Fast break, the Lakers. Kuzma with the ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
T kicks to Nwaba. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's the machine. Got 26. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. The machine's got 29 in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota. Kobe, the NBA right now is trying to spread this game worldwide, even more so by developing basketball academies. But is enough being done, in your opinion, to develop players right here in the United States?
No. You shouldn't have players that can't shoot free throws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have players that can't shoot. Like,
We seem to talk about that a lot.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense. Like, at what point when you're starting out playing basketball at the age of 10, 12, does a coach not say, come here, son, let me teach you how to shoot the ball? How does that not happen? You know what I mean? And I think it's just, coaches see a player that's extremely athletic. He's bigger than all the other 13-year-olds. He runs faster. He can dunk at 13. But the coach is like, just do that because we want to win today's game. Just dominate him. Just dunk, dunk, dunk. And you wind up hurting the kid.
Right.
As opposed to taking your time to develop their game and help them be well-rounded.
Yep, that one goes. And it's 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, even when you get a hand up, it's hard to really affect his shot.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Karl Anthony Towns. He's getting around 20 points per, 13 rebounds, then just over 2 blocks. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter. Kobe, you talk about that skill development for young players. A lot of it would seem, falling on to AAU coaches.
Yeah, sure. I'm not a big fan of AAU in the way it's currently structured.
A lot of people aren't.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it at all. And I think we need to get back to teaching the game, patiently teaching the game. You're not going to learn all aspects of the game in 1 year, 2 years, but you have to have a plan and, year to year, add things to your game.
Stolen by Ball. Here's the machine. Misses off the right iron. Timberwolves trail by 12. Sharch finds Towns. Teague up top. He's covered by Ball. Kobe, a lot of guys, once they stop playing, their bodies change.
Yeah.
Yet they still have the ailments.
That's generous.
But a lot of guys have ailments that linger on through their post-career. What kind of workout? We know you were just a workout fiend when you played, but what about now in retirement?
I work out hard.
Do you?
Yeah, it's become a challenge. I say, because most players, when they retire, say, you know what, I just don't want to gain a boatload of weight. Right? And so they just try to manage that. I don't want to manage something. I want to attack something. So I'm going to say, you know what?
Well, that's a surprise.
Yeah, revelation. And so I said, I'm going to train harder than I ever did because I want to look good. I want to be fit for my children. I want to be able to chase them around and be able to show up at some of these retirement ceremonies or some of these other things.
And looking like you did when you played.
Being in great shape.
Yeah. And Kobe, you're staying in shape even now. Isn't it sad sometimes to see how a lot of guys don't do that?
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because you have a purpose to training.
Yes.
And now you wake up, you're like, oh, what's my purpose for training? Like, what do I need to be doing this for? No, I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And all of a sudden, those handles start creeping from the back to the front. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tomorrow's today.
My clothes don't fit.
Yeah.
My clothes don't fit.
Tomorrow should have been yesterday.
Here's the machine, defended by Covington. Kicks to Jefferson. The pass to the machine. Just 4 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Teague, the pass to Saric. Back to Teague. Shoots over ball. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that had the most second chance points on the season. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Here's the machine. He has 38 in the game. From outside the arc. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Saric. Teague dishes to Saric. On the wing, Wiggins launches it. He's off on that one. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
And Saric kicks to Teague. And the foul on Al Jefferson. That is his first foul of the game. Satoransky's checked in for the Lakers. Passes it to Covington. Satoransky against Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock to stop the run. Here's Towns. The Lakers with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's the machine. The wing jumper off target.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Lakers leading by 18. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Jefferson. It's good. And the Lakers lead by 20.
And this is a guy who can adjust his shot through contact. Jefferson, very physical in there.
And the Timberwolves call time here. One guy has been getting it done as the machine.
They can't leave him alone for a second on the perimeter. Not the way he's shooting the three tonight.
And a quick look at the numbers for the machine. First in scoring, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Here's Ball, and no good that time. Some solid defense from Šarić. Covington wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. Pass to the machine. Covington with the steal. Wiggins against Satoransky. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Šarić. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Šarić has got 10 points in the game. Here's the machine, defended by Covington. Here's the machine, connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. T kicks to Towns. Here's Covington. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's the machine, defended by Covington. From downtown, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
Šarić outside. He kicks to Wiggins. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Towns, no luck.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the Duke.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Well, Kobe, I know you can't stay any longer, but I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of our fans watching and playing the game tonight. Always a pleasure to have you drop by our broadcast.
No, thank you for having me, man. And, anytime.
There he is, the legendary Kobe Bryant. And you know, Chris, you and Kobe both playing from the same era of the NBA. He was sharing his thoughts about current trends in the league. Do you feel it's different from when you and Kobe both played?
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you look now, just defensively, when we came into the game, hand checking was allowed. Then after that, zones were allowed in the game. When we first came in, you think about the three-point line, the best three-point shooters in the game. Maybe we're allowed to take 2 a game at that time. Now you see guys, they can let it fly 6 or 7 times, 10 or 12 times, 15 times. So I do think that the game has changed, but I just think that's great because the game has evolved. I love watching where these young players are playing and their skill sets now, and I can't wait to see where the game goes.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And Tiggs at the ball here for Minnesota. Kicks it to Towns. Tries from 10. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. Jefferson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's the machine. Latre. Ball against T. He feeds it to Wiggins. And stolen by LeBron. And the pass to the machine. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ahead by 26. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the... Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from the machine.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
They've got Harris. LeBron James is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Ball, and it's the machine in at the 3. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. We've got so many young, exciting players in the NBA right now, Chris. When you think about the league's best player, the league MVP, in, say, 7 years, what names come to mind?
That's a great question. I mean, you have to think about guys like the Greek.
Or even 5 years. It doesn't have to be that long.
Yeah, but just the potential. I know what you're saying there, Kevin. I mean, Embiid, Ben Simmons, the Greek Freak,
Tatum.
Wow.
I know.
This is just so. You could just go to all the young teams and say these guys are next. I mean, all you got to do is look at the rookie, sophomore, the phenom game and just close your eyes and pick any of those guys because you know that they're talent. But yeah, the Greek Freak, Anthony Davis, Embiid, I think those are all safe bets.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. And the Lakers turn it over again.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
Timberwolves trailed by 19. Towns down low, working on Plumlee. Down low, Covington. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Covington's got 6.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Here's the machine. No good, unable to end this run. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
From the arc, connects from three-point range. The machine's got 58.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Towns. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there. They can't keep doing that.
Harris passes to the machine. And another one falls.
Make that 61 point.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Minnesota calls timeout. One guy has been getting it done as the machine.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the machine. Let's check out the leaders. Los Angeles, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. That free throw good from Al Jefferson.
And many college recruiters consider Jefferson to be the #1 center coming out of high school back in 2004. But he opted to make the jump directly to the NBA instead. And given his success, it's hard to argue with his decision.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Timberwolves.
And despite the deficit, you know, their front line has battled and provided a sizable majority of their offense. They are holding up their end. They just need that backcourt to step up.
And there it is for them.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the league continues to grow.
Okogie looking to end the run.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
Here's the machine. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Now Jones. Here's Scott, and he uses the glass on the layup. Scott's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
Here's the machine. To the middle. Here's Hart. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
The Lakers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Last season, they were trying to speed up the game, C-Web. Teams were given fewer timeouts. You think they achieved that goal?
Well, yeah, the new rules, 18 to 14 total timeouts. No more 20-second timeouts. All quarters have 2 mandatory. I think it does help speed up. And these are the greatest coaches in the world. They can adjust. They just need to know what the rules are. And I love the fast pace, the fast pitch count. Let's make sure that we keep the game in a way that fans love it, and we're not leaving any time out there on the floor. I think the coaches have made a great adjustment to it. And look, play on the East Coast is always going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical than the West. But I tell you what, it seems like it's speeding up the game on both sides, and that's something great for us.
Well said.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Pass to Chang. Jones looking for an opening. It's Scott on the wing. Pass to Nwaba. Timberwolves passing it around. 6 to shoot. Up top, Chang to end the run. Rebounded by the Lakers. Jefferson's got 7 rebounds in the game. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Inside, here's Hart. And there's another one for the Lakers.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Jones finds Jang. Okogie, Satoransky covering. Outside, Jones. Down low, here's Jang. No good. Jefferson with some nice D. Los Angeles has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Here's the machine. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
15 seconds left in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Jones. Okogie. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 10 points for him.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
I like this. It feels like it's getting a little personal out there. It could make it.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Lakers on top, running away with it. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early.
Connects again from distance.
He just continues to rein it in from downtown. Hits another one from deep.
Craig, the way he's shooting, he has a good chance to join some elite names on the list of the most threes in a game. Here's Paige Diop, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
In that game against the Spurs, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Here's the machine. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Scott's got 5 rebounds tonight. So it's the Timberwolves now. Outside, Felton. And that's going to be a treble.
That's just his first turnover of the game. He's been making good decisions out there. Well, until that one anyway.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's the machine. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Okogie, Satoransky covering. Pass to Nwaba. That's tipped. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's the machine. His three-pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, the NBA has cracked down on flopping. It's still part of it.
What's up? Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
There's the pass to Plumlee. Here's the machine. Jacks up a three. No good there. And Minnesota will come the other way. Their next game is at Oracle Arena, so a road game with the Warriors. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Three-pointer. Good. Another from 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Towns. That one doesn't go. Lakers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Great open look there. And it's 7 points for Lonzo Ball.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Jones kicks to Wiggins. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's the machine, covered by Sharch. No good from the machine. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Outside, Jones. Wiggins against Ball. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's the machine. Offensive rebound. It's up a 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And the shot goes down.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
Here's the machine. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C. Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved.
And again for 3.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone for 3rd most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long, DA. What a shooting performance. Clock at 6. Okogie. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the Machine.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
Here's Towns, a beautiful reverse layup.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
No good from the Machine. Now here's Jones to the left side wing. The three. Towns, no luck. Launches it. And good, the three-point shot, good from the Machine.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Good pass. Good win, fellas.